Project Management Institute, PMI, recommends that every project has a number of project artifacts in place. Project schedules, project plans, communication plans, issues logs, and others. These artifacts are useful pillars that provide guardrails for otherwise chaotic project work. I have worked on a myriad of projects, from implementing new technology to process improvement to completing environmental research and even producing business management courses. In all of this work, I would commonly see project plans and schedules, milestones, risks, and assumptions trackers, budget documents, and release plans. However, one project artifact that I don't find as common, and this is very surprising to me, is a project charter. Which makes me wonder, do we really need it? Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Natasha Kasimtseva and I'm your project doctor. And today we're going to explore what the project charter is and why should we care to have it on our projects. But before we dive in, I need you to do me a quick favor and smash that thumbs up button below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Already subscribed? Well, thank you. Let's get into it. According to the Project Management Institute, PMI, the project charter is a document issued by the project initiator or sponsor that formally authorizes the existence of the project and provides a project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. It is a very critical document for the project. Won't you agree? Well, here I have to be honest with you, and I have to admit that in my practice, I've never seen a project charter used in its pure form. Usually, the roles, responsibilities, milestones, cost would be documented in the Statement of Work, SOW. Sometimes the actual project work starts before SOW is even signed. It's not the best practice, but it happens quite a lot, especially when the parties have a trust and working relationship. As far as the project manager and their authority, you would usually find out what project manager you'll be working with via email. And very often each party will have their own project manager assigned, so there will be several, not one project manager. If the project is purely internal, no vendors involved, so there is no statement of work that needs to be signed, then typically I would see the following things unfold that might constitute or replace project charter development. Well, first, there will be some kind of a business case or a change request stating the need and the purpose of the project, also stating level of effort, which is LOE, and internal budget. For an example, it could be based on the number of hours and internal blended rate. Sometimes the business case will be skipped altogether and the project initiator or sponsor will jump right into putting together project kickoff. Well, during the project kickoff, you might expect to see the information that should be included in the project charter, like the purpose of the project, what's in scope and what's out of scope, high-level milestones, maybe high-level schedule, success criteria, and high-level project team and stakeholder analysis. So, if we already have other processes in place, like statement of work negotiations and approval, business case preparation and approval, project kickoff activities, do we really need to spend more time on a project charter? Well, that's a good question. Let's think through this together. Well, what information would we expect to see in the project charter? We would expect to see things like project purpose, which explains why this project is important. We would also look for measurable project objectives and related success criteria. How do we know when we're done? High-level requirements would usually be included in the charter as well, and those help us measure whether our project is still bringing value. We'd also expect to see high-level project description, boundaries, and key deliverables, and those help us stay focused and manage project creep. We would also expect to see overall project risk and probably summary of milestones and schedule associated with them. Pre-approved financial resources and key stakeholders might also be included in the project charter. Sometimes we would see project approval requirements, for example, what constitutes project success, who decides the project is successful, and who signs off on the project. Another piece of information is project exit criteria, which are kind of similar. An example of that would be what are the conditions to be met in order to close or cancel the project or a phase. At a high level, the project charter serves the purpose of creating a common understanding about the key characteristics of the project, like deliverables, milestones, and the roles and responsibilities of people involved. The project charter should be communicated and broadcasted to the project team as well as project stakeholders. And this is what sets it apart from all the other project artifacts. Not everyone on the project has or should have access to the statement of work. It is usually handled by the leadership or sponsor and selected team members from procurement or legal teams. Also, not everyone will be invited to the project kickoff meeting because usually it's too early in the project and not all the project team members and stakeholders have been identified. Same applies to the business case. Although business case development unveils some information that you might see in the project charter, this work usually happens before the project is approved, and usually project team might not have access to this information. So here it is. Why have project charter? Well, for the clarity and alignment of the project team. And that's that simple. What do you think? Do you see the project charter being actively used in your project work? If you worked in different industries, I wonder if you noticed that some industries are more likely to use project charters than others? Does it depend on the company size or the maturity of the project management process? I really wonder what you think. Please share your thoughts and observations. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to learn more about project management and engaging with people in an effective way, I'm going to leave some links down below in the description. Please check them out. Thank you so much for being with me today. If you enjoy watching and find this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that like button, and make sure to leave a comment right at the end. Thank you very much, and I will see you in my next video.